ready to talk some shit.
We are here, back at it.
Yeah, man, back at this shit. Episode 12.
Episode 12.
Yeah, Raw Conversations, episode 12. Welcome to the show.
People loved episode 11.
Yeah.
People loved episode 11.
We spoke a lot of sense on episode 11.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Made a lot of sense.
Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah.
Because I was, like I said even last time, it's like I have to re-listen sometimes to the podcast.
Yeah.
Like to see some of the things I said. And I'm like, wow, Fanatik said some very profound things.
Yeah. Not the usual dumb. You know what I mean? You're on point on episode 11. You know what I mean? All right, man. So shout out to everyone that listened.
Yeah, big shout out. Thank you very much.
The reviews, we really appreciate it.
Too much.
Yeah. What you get up to this week, man?
This week, trying to push, man. Trying to organize a couple of things. It's December, man.
Yo, January is on the way. January.
Do not remind us. Can we just enjoy our December? I mean, today's the 1st of December. Happy New Month. Yeah. All of that good stuff. You know what I mean? It's also World AIDS Day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're here, man. So no, you can't say happy words. You can't say happy AIDS Day. You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't about to say that.
It's like you were going there. It's like we cannot say happy AIDS Day. But yeah. I feel like there's a lot less discrimination towards people who are HIV positive.
Yeah, I think times have changed. Man.
Times have changed, like I feel like it's like it's one of those. It's not a big deal now.
Yeah,
maybe initially when you get the news or something, but like it's like there's meds and whatever. It's like you could be just any other person just walking down the block. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it used to be.
But dude, before those results come out, it's just always it's like the worst, like the longest 10 minutes.
Bro, like
crazy, bro.
I took a test a couple of months back, maybe 2 or 3 months back, and it didn't even take 10 minutes. It took longer than that.
Shit, I think they were just fucking with you, bro.
I know. I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo,
it's not supposed to take longer.
It's not supposed to take that long. And I'm like, so it's like, are they preparing?
Like what are we?
Are they wondering how are we gonna tell him? Should we tell him? You know what I mean? It's like,
should we tell him that his dreadlocks won't grow anymore?
At some point, and the crazy thing is, it's like you could be, I don't know, man. You could be a freaking virgin, but just the fact that it's like you're about to get these results. It's like you start thinking, it's like, what about that time I cut myself with a razor blade?
Yeah, just because you're a virgin doesn't mean you can't catch it.
You start thinking of all the my little things and all of that, man. It's crazy. That's absolutely bananas. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but I guess it's like whenever something new comes up, like whenever they discover a new disease, it's always like there's panic everywhere. It's like,
true.
If you don't wrap your shit up, then you might catch this. But there's this side of the disease where they won't tell you that there's ways in which you can't catch it. Like because it only passes through when there's friction. So I don't know if I should say this because this might enable people to go and do shit. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'll just leave it there. Okay. Do your own research if you're really interested in that shit.
I know where you were going.
Yeah, you know exactly where I was going with that. Yeah. That's why there's couples. One of them has got it, another person doesn't have it. They're still able to function and stuff. You know what I mean? So but I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritties of that. There's different ways. All right. So World AIDS Day. What do you do on World AIDS Day?
I don't know, man. What do you do? I had have
you tweeted anything today?
I haven't. I was on radio, and then after I got on radio, I got off radio. I was on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Like an irresponsible citizen.
No, I haven't. For me, but in situations like this, probably. I mean, if you're a grown up, I think you should. The information is out there. You can find the information, get it. All of that. probably the one thing that I would think about is probably kids. You know, kids who are living with HIV.
Yeah.
You know, and how they should be treated and all of these different things, you know, because they're young and you have to raise them like that and raise them, you know, thinking a certain way about what they have and all of that. Yeah. You know, so yeah, maybe I would gravitate towards that. But like right now, like I said, it's like it's not devastating.
Yeah.
It's not a death sentence that you have.
For
as
real.
a grown up, it's just one of those things, man. Just take your pills. That's it.
I have to say, like, there was one time I was talking to somebody that we know, right? And they dropped like information that somebody else, like somebody that we know, somebody out there, has the disease.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how are you so free to just talk about somebody else's status like that? Like,
it's none of
that's crazy. Like,
it's none of my business.
Like, don't tell me.
It's none of our business.
Like, why are you telling me? I did not ask you.
Yeah.
What's going on with that dude in that particular side things?
Yeah.
So why are you telling me?
I don't know.
And then the crazy thing is, somebody else comes and tells me that person told them about the same thing. So it's like, why are you going around telling people what's going on with that dude?
I think it's different if the person is telling his friends and colleagues and whatever.
Yeah, but he's keeping it a secret.
Yeah, he's keeping it to himself. That's his business. Yeah. So like, that's not your business to start spreading that around, man. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, y'all need to stop.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's Molomo. Don't do
worst.
it. That's dude. Don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, if moving away from AIDS, I mean, you know, let's talk about other things. But yeah, know your status first of all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
go out there, get tested, and you know, once you know, you can make. I feel like, you know, when you're equipped with information, it's always best to make decisions from that standpoint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you might be going around and, you know, you might be infecting people. Yeah, and you just don't know.
Yeah. Because you don't like to rap your shit.
Like you said, a lot of
Zambian men don't like that.
But there's been a drop in the percentage of people with HIV.
Yeah, no.
So that means there's measures being taken. I feel like you're talking about people from 2004, the year that you graduated from high school or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe I am. But like, yeah, I'm just saying, I still feel like niggas don't like to rap their shit. Yeah, I still feel like that.
Niggas want to feel that meat.
Huh?
Nothing.
I did not hear that. Definitely going to be listening to the podcast.
Man. Yeah, like, just know your status, you know, get tested, and, you know, just when you're equipped with information, like I said, you make more informed decisions. And
that's it.
But then, even without knowing, you should still be, you know, just wrap it up, you know.
Wrap it up, please.
Yeah. So, you got the Zika virus, bro?
Apparently, it's going around. Yeah.
So there's this talk about, you know, because Prince Harry, out here in Zambia, is he still here? I'm not even sure.
No, he's gone.
He's gone.
He was only here for 2 days.
There we go. So he came through, and a tabloid out there in the UK, The Sun, put out an article saying, the amazing Meghan Markle, you know, Her Royal Highness axed her trip to Zambia because of Zika fears. Now, they are equipped with a lot of information to know that there's no Zika in Zambia. Zika is in Congo. Mm-hmm. But it's... See, Congo... The thing is with our borders are very porous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people are able to get in here, do whatever the hell they want to do and leave. So that's where the fear is. It's like, you know, it could get here. It could come through. But there haven't been any... reported cases. And if there have been any cases that have been reported, I'm pretty sure they've suppressed that information to make sure that people don't go crazy. Because like Zika is such an easy virus to go around. Like you can catch it from somebody's sweat, like it's their saliva, like it's crazy. So like when I saw this, first of all, I didn't believe it. I just like, this is crap. And then, it's coming from The Sun, which is a tabloid. So, you gotta confirm your sources before.
Yeah, you gotta take it with a pinch of salt.
You have to consult other sources when you see a story from The Sun. That's just how things roll. But then, Zambians went crazy.
Zambians got upset.
They got upset. Like, I can't believe this man. Like, insults.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, Zambians can insult.
Yes, they can.
Crazy. Like what?
Because when I saw the story too, I was like, what the hell? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Because it's like, number one, if she actually did that, she should know that her husband can get it, so she can get it too.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do would have probably just to cancel the trip altogether to Zambia.
Yeah.
Because it's just transmitted sexually as well, and all of that. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So if he got it, then she would have easily gotten it, because obviously, I mean, like, we know the royal family likes getting it in.
Even if we had the Zika virus here, you think the Duke of Sussex, or the Duchess of Sussex would catch Zika? Like, wow. Like,
get it by a mosquito, bro.
People weren't even allowed to take selfies with that man.
Yeah. It was just
like, you think a Zambian mosquito is gonna bite the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? It's not happening.
I don't even remember the last time I was bitten by a mosquito.
Yeah. We don't even have like malaria in Lusaka.
Yeah.
It's a malaria-free zone. So I'm like, how? So people weren't even thinking of that. They just went in.
They didn't give a damn.
This reminds me of the time when Zambia was playing against Germany in the World Cup, Under-20 World Cup.
Yeah.
And then, we lost the match, but the commentator was like, he talked about, HIV, like it was stricken by the country that was stricken by HIV, poverty levels and stuff. People went nuts. And then they thought it was like Peter Drury or something, but it wasn't even him.
It wasn't him.
So he was probably checking his like Facebook page. Yeah, like, why do I have all these angry Africans?
Because people started cursing him out. And I'm like,
so it's like just first instinct here is just fuck you, fuck anybody who loves you.
And the crazy thing is, when Zambians found out that it wasn't him, they were like, they still kept the same energy. Like, but like, then he should tell him what we said. And I'm like, tell your friend what we said. And I'm like, yo,
niggas were mad, man. Shit.
Because I wasn't even offended by that. Because he said a country that was.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was past tense. And I'm like, yes, it was. It was a huge problem at some point.
Yeah.
There was Kalusha while you're doing maximum condoms. Shalamwana.
Yeah.
I am protected. Are you? I am protected. Are you? Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
There was
the president. I mean, the former president.
Yeah.
Kenneth Kaunda had to come out and say, yo, y'all need to wrap your shit up.
Because then the statistics was like 1 in 5 Zambians.
Yep.
1 in 5. Think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of us has it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So we were stricken by HIV.
It's true.
And past tense. So I don't know why Zambians got so upset. So
yeah. Poverty levels, like, we're like what did they say? We're like the 3rd or 4th hungriest nation in the world or some shit like that. Like, that's some crazy statistic somebody put out there. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's truth to this shit. Obviously, you don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, so sometimes we get so caught up in our little box. You're in Lusaka. You're doing whatever it is that you do. Yeah. And but for me, where I saw that things are bad. You know how you move around Lusaka and whatever, and you can walk from North End to South End, and that's town basically.
Yeah.
And then you go to Kitwe. And then I went to Kitwe and I spent a month in Kitwe, and I was like, I could literally walk to any part of this city. You know what I mean? Like, it's very small. And then I sat there and I'm like, wait, So it's Lusaka, it's the copper belt. And then from there, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
There are airports that are bigger than, that are way bigger than the CBD. North and South. There's airports.
Yeah.
Not a city, it's a freaking airport.
Yeah. It's like Kabwe, man. Like you drive, you could literally like put up a status on Facebook, look up, and you're already out of the town.
Yeah.
You could be like, yeah, listening to raw conversations right now. Look up, it's like, oh shit, where are we?
Yeah.
Kampiriboshi, you know, some shit. Like it's such a small fucking town.
It's
but it's amazing though.
Yeah. And you have to think about it in that particular context. So it's like the money that is in Lusaka, you know, and then you go to the copper belt, then it's less. And then Kabwe, it's less. It's less from, so just along the line of rail, okay? After that, it's worse everywhere else.
That's true.
You understand?
That's crazy.
It's crazy. You know?
Yeah. And it's actually also, remember TD Jakes also had that situation where, that was back in like 2008. Yeah, back in the day. You know, he canceled a trip to this place because it was like a mysterious illness that was killing people.
What
and
was
all
it?
That. I can't even remember the name.
Was it cholera?
Cholera is not a mysterious illness.
But it's like I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember why he didn't come though.
It was like they was trying to find out what it was, but like, you know, he was just like fuck it. And then now,
he wasn't like fuck it.
You think TD Jakes doesn't curse sometimes? I think he does. And he's like, fuck that shit.
Nah, man, I don't think
that horsey voice. I'd pay $1 million to hear him curse, man.
Yeah, man.
You telling me the man don't curse?
No, I don't think
Come on, man.
I don't think so. I don't think
Why?
so. That's, I don't know, man.
You're gonna like dirt in his
no,
spirit.
I don't. There's certain people who I don't think curse. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, there's certain individuals.
Does your pastor curse?
They might think about it. It's just like I've never heard him curse. Never heard him curse.
So you don't think pastors be going like, damn, this shit thick, man. God damn.
They probably do. Yeah. They probably do. I mean, if
you're a man,
if you're a man, if you are a man, you know, unless Chishimba, you know, it's just like there's just certain people who you will look at, they will walk past you and you will be like, yo, this sister is blessed.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking. You know, pastors ain't thinking like that.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Most pastors, you know what I mean? But there are some pastors who are nasty as hell.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, remember
nasty as hell.
The pastor that sent his penis to like a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
I think he killed himself after that, or some shit.
Oh really?
I think so. If I'm not mistaken. It's
Why
like,
did he kill himself?
He just sent his junk to the
WhatsApp group.
Chat.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what his dick look like, and then like when you throw it to a WhatsApp thing, you know that's just like that's like a tree with, and then the branch it starts branching out because niggas is forwarding that shit.
Yeah.
Now everybody in the congregation has it.
Yeah. Then they know. It's like he got a penis too, man. It is what it is.
They knew, but now they seen it.
They seen it. So, I mean,
so you're fine with.
I'm not. It's just like I'm not saying it's like if you're a pastor, take a dick pic and then send it to a WhatsApp group. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's like yo, it happened. It was a slip up. It was a slip up, and I don't know. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving. Huh?
Let's keep it moving, man.
Just show up on Sunday, you know.
Stop.
It's just
like,
you know,
yeah, it's a lesson. Like stop taking pictures of your junk. Period. Whoever you are, doesn't matter whether you're a pastor, politician, or ordinary dude. Stop it.
Oh, really?
Stop it.
Well, you were judging me. You acted crazy when I told you I ain't never sent like nudes to anybody.
No, I just didn't act crazy. It's just I didn't believe you.
Why?
I don't know, man.
I just seem like the type that's just sending my dick out there.
No, it doesn't. I'm not saying it's like you're just sending it out randomly. But I'm saying it's like there should be that chick is like, yo, she sent you some nudes.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo.
There was actually an ex who was like, should I expose you? I'm like, oh shit, there was that one time.
There was
I was drunk.
Oh, there you go.
I was drunk.
Yeah, let's blame it on the alcohol.
That's what happened.
Let's blame it on the alcohol.
I forgot.
Well,
my memory slipped up.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of this Duke and Duchess situation, you know, Iris tried to go and meet up the dude.
Yeah.
Now, why would Iris think that she would she wouldn't need an invitation to go to an event where this guy is?
I think it was a publicity stunt. I think it was a publicity stunt, bro. I still maintain that Iris is a smart individual.
You still maintain it?
I still maintain that because number one, it was at a barracks. Even on an ordinary day, you just don't walk into a barracks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like you have to be mad to just walk into a barracks. To do what? You know?
Is it a barracks or it's just a barrack? Is it just
barrack? I don't know. Okay, don't give it that.
Were you at Arakan Barracks?
Yeah, it's barracks, isn't it?
Whatever, man.
Arakan Barrack. Sounds wrong as hell, man. Arakan Barracks. All right. So
you don't walk into a barracks.
You just don't walk in. You know, because you're gonna be questioned. What are you going to do? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You will be questioned.
Yeah.
You know, if you have no business there, they will send you back. It's simple.
Yeah.
And then you go there when there's literally a world leader. And then you think you could just walk in to do what? Say hi. How you doing?
Yeah.
I'm Iris. Who are you? Like, who the fuck? What do you do? Like there is no reason for you to be there at all.
So Iris went there to humiliate herself.
Yeah, so that we could talk about her.
I mean,
she broke the internet for like 2 days. Everybody was talking about her.
I just don't get it. It's like, has she gotten to this point where she can humiliate herself for publicity? That's weak. Yeah. like I don't care if niggas laugh at me. I'm gonna go there, knowing full and well, because we can. She doesn't she have like a degree or something? Like, she's smart chick, right? She got a master's.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you know that there's protocol. You know, there's certain things that happen.
Does. I mean, her dad was in government. She knows it. She knows you can't just walk into any place. She knows.
That's crazy, bro. Now, like now this is worrying now, that she's able to do absolutely anything just to get people talking.
Yeah.
Like, because this whole time for me it's been like, you know, she just does things and then they just end up being noticed by people and they blow it out of proportion. Yeah. But now this time she went looking to do something just to get attention from people. Yeah. That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
And you see, this is the thing, right? For me, I don't know about you, but like, for me, when somebody, it's like a woman can be the most beautiful one in the world. Yeah. Right? But if she, I don't know for other people, but for me she becomes less attractive when she acts like she knows it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, it's always better if she's just like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you.
But then when she's acting like, yo, yeah, I am the shit, whatever, you know what I mean? It kind of becomes,
it's very unattractive.
It's like, yeah, it's like, okay, unattractive, yeah. You know, you don't have to do anything for people to notice you. Yeah. But if you're doing something extra, it's just, it becomes less attractive. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now it's like, now that she's doing shit like this, I feel like she's gonna lose her clout, bro.
Possible. I mean, it's just like, look.
I mean, people will still talk about her, but like now,
people will still talk about her.
Now it's like, oh, so now you are just out there chasing for this shit. Yeah. Because this whole time it's like, yo, you've been saying I just live my life and people just are intrusive. They're coming in and trying to do shit. Yeah. But you're chasing for clout now. Yeah. And she's got enough clout to just, I don't know, do whatever. Yeah. Just continue doing your thing. But now you're out there looking for fucking attention.
It's like all you have to do, we know. You remember when those, to my little drawings were going around with people's brains and what they think about and all of that? Yeah. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. You remember Mwewan to put up theirs as well? Yeah. You remember the things that were in the little box?
Iris was one of them.
Iris was one of them. And at some point, I was actually thinking, it was like, does she pay them?
Interesting.
Does she pay them? Does she pay them to constantly talk about her? Because it's like, why would they put that up there?
Yeah.
Because it's look, Mobantu talks about a lot of things, serious things, you know, from the president, you know, different serious issues. So it's like, why would you put that in there? It's like, oh, we have Iris on our minds on a regular basis. For what reason?
I think they, from what I saw, I think they got it from someone. It's like somebody had put that up and then they got it, and then I think they credited them for some shit like that. But yeah, you're right. Like, why would they? It just looked like an opportunity to just amplify.
Yeah, like they constantly put her out there. It's like we said the last time we spoke about Iris. I think that was the last time when, you know, when she put up the pictures of her by the river.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
River,
and you remember the conversation? It was like she's just doing her thing, and then now people blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah.
She wasn't really chasing. She didn't look like she was chasing.
Yeah. So now we see that she's actually out there actively. She enjoys this. I think she lives for
I think she does.
She lives for this. And I think she's gotten to a point where the nasty comments don't affect her at all.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I think probably...
I think when you see a lot of that, it's
after like a whole sex tape dropped and whatever, maybe she was affected for maybe a year or two.
Yeah.
And then after that, she was like, wait a minute. I'm done. I'm done being affected by this.
Yeah.
So, if she could survive that, she's like, psh.
Yeah.
I could probably go to the barracks, try to meet this nigga, and then everybody is gonna be talking because it was on everybody's statuses on my WhatsApp. Yeah. Everybody was talking about her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody. It's like, who has that type of power? She doesn't sing. She doesn't do jack.
She doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
I think the only other person that has that kind of power might be the president.
Yeah.
Because we scrutinize everything the president does.
Exactly.
And there's nobody else that gets that kind of juice like that.
Yeah. Iris is smart as hell. She does dumb shit, but she's smart as hell.
This was a horrible move though. Like if she thought, at least for people who are seeing deeper than the surface. Yeah. Like some people like us, it's just
people like us.
We kind of turned off by that, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
You don't have to do too much. Like you have people's attention.
Thirsty voice of Lusaka, huh?
Yeah, you got mine. But you see, it's like at this point, like that she should be making efforts to, I don't know, change the narrative or something. I mean, I'm not trying to. Yeah.
I think so too. I think she could move the whole direction of whatever it is that people, you know, from the negative stuff and whatever it is to something more productive.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think she will always be in people's minds. Iris Kaingu, like she will always be in people's minds. People will always think about her and all of that. But like, it's up to you because it's like at some point this shit is gonna get old.
She's gonna get old.
She's gonna get old.
Yeah.
You know,
you're not gonna be. You know, people ain't gonna be looking at you the same way in 30 years. So are you planning for that? Yeah, like that's the thing. You got to think ahead because, like, you know, shit could change.
Because if for me in my mind, it's like if there's a person who's gonna hook up with her, has to be okay with these shenanigans. If somebody is going to get married to Iris,
I think she's dating somebody.
She's dating somebody.
I think so.
Yeah, but like he has to be.
Not sure.
Like dating is one thing, but like marriage is totally something different. You know, because then you have to start thinking about it's like, oh, I'm gonna get married. Maybe possibly in the next 2 years, I'm gonna have kids with this particular person. So it's like if she's doing stuff like this, like, yo, what's my wife thinking about?
She needs a Kanye.
She needs a dude who's not from this country.
She just needs somebody who's able to be like, yo, go out there and do whatever the fuck you want to do. But here's my thing about the whole she's gonna get old thing. It's like not old shaming, if that's even a thing. Age shaming. Let's call it that. It's like I feel like everyone who's focused is planning ahead.
Yeah.
You know, like we started this podcast. We already have plans. 5 years down the line, we know what we want this to turn into and for what it is going to become and stuff. Like we're shaping it into, you know, what we envision it to. So without that, you be moving aimlessly, and that's how you make dumb decisions, like going to try and see the Duke of Sussex.
Yeah.
Like, you're not, for me, it's just like you're just living life day by day.
Yeah.
Without like a future plan, like what you're going to do. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be this figure who is controversial forever, go ahead and do it. But like, what is it going to turn into as years go by? Like, right now, I don't know why people care. But like, are you thinking about why people will care about you in 20, 30 years?
Exactly.
Like, what is it going to be? Are you going to be a political figure, or are you going to start some sort of foundation that's going to be, you're going to use your clout for this and that? I know she did some car wash and then she was giving out to like less privileged people. I think something like that.
Was she in bum shots? Was she in something sexy?
I don't know, man. I didn't check the pictures. And
I think a lot of people would pay good money to watch Iris. You know what I mean? Wash their car in a little short shorts. You know, I'm just saying.
I think guys would pay money just to have a conversation with her.
Yeah, not true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
She's very charming. I've said this before. She's very charming. Like, I remember we did the interview with her, and my co-host Tori was like, "Yo, it's gonna be on." Boom, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be stern and stuff. And then she walks in and then compliments Tori, like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." And then Tori's like, "Oh,
walls broken."
Like, yo, like disarmed. And then from then onwards, the conversation just changes. You know what I mean? Like, so she knows how to, maneuver through shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, use that to your advantage.
Here you go.
Amplify the other sides that people don't get to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Because we've seen the other side.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, so like, that's what I'm saying. Like the people with like the spending power, like the kids now are gonna have the money in 30 years.
Yeah, true.
So think ahead. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna make dumb decisions like going to try and see the Duke of Sussex when he's here. Like, come on. It would
be interesting to have a conversation with us. Like, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking? But I mean, maybe it was just one of those. Maybe she thought it's like people just be like, "Oh, this Iris. Oh, this is Prince Harry."
Oh, fuck out of here, man.
No.
Like we said, like nothing like that is happening. Like one of our homies, Tori was there, my co-host. She went to one of the events that he had over here.
Yeah.
It was tight security. You couldn't get in without your name being on the list.
Yeah, because
niggas couldn't even answer the phone there. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. It was nuts. When he's around you, you can't answer your phone. I think one guy was kicked out of the place because his phone rang and he answered the phone.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. So it's crazy. And she should know that.
I think that's the thing. I think she does.
Oh, God.
So it's just deliberate. It's crazy, man. But it is what it is, man. Big shout out to Iris. You had us talking for like, you broke the internet for like 48 hours or something like that.
Yeah, but think ahead. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Think ahead. What are you going to do in 30 years?
What are you going to do in 30 years?
I'm pretty sure that shit might keep her up at night sometimes. You know what I mean?
I think so.
But then again, she comes from a rich family, so,
yeah.
It's one of those where it's like,
she got rich people problems. It is what it is.
Whatever those are.
Yeah.
What else happened
anyway,
this week, man?
Chefy Coke Studio, man.
Did you say Coke Studio?
Coke Studio. Coke.
Fam.
Coke.
Just say Coca-Cola Studios. If
Coke
Studios is too difficult for you to say.
Coca-Cola Studio.
Yeah. You said Coke Studio. Wait, what are they doing in the studio?
I mean, Coke Studio.
Stop it.
Anyway, man.
Coke Studios.
He's doing this thing?
Yeah. Long time coming. Like, I tweeted, like, yo, like,
yeah, you
needed to have been here a while back.
Yeah, man.
I mean, when did they start this? 2 years ago?
Probably somewhere there.
Somewhere there.
And we have received a lot of good music.
We have.
Via that. Like a lot of good music.
I feel like Cleo's music changed after that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, after she did that song with Boosie, like, she started, I know she was rapping on that record, but I feel like she felt that song a lot, that it kind of changed how she was looking at the music that she was dropping. Because after that, I think she dropped that EXO track, which is super dope.
Yeah, it's a dope track.
That's a dope track. Now she's got that Gimme That song, which is super dope. The video's out too.
Yeah, haven't seen the video.
Saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video. I've sorted it to my little clips and whatever, but I haven't seen.
Yo, Wezi's in that.
Huh?
Wezi's in that.
Oh, she's in the video?
Yeah, I didn't know Wezi had a fat ass.
She does?
Bro, I was like, God damn, you've met her before.
Yeah,
you've seen her.
Yeah, but like I wasn't looking at her like that. So
I was like, God damn, okay, Wezi.
For real?
Shit, she had like pantyhose on or some shit, something like that.
Oh, for real?
Yes, bro. Like,
sexy like that,
fam.
Oh
yeah,
need to watch the video.
You got to, man.
Nah,
I'm like, Wezi.
Yeah,
shit,
doing the most.
Yeah, man.
There you go. That's what's up, man. Show them the other side, like we said. It's important, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That was a bit, very nice. But it just, I don't know. I feel like we've kind of spoken. She probably, if she hears this, she'll probably think like we're hating. But it was just, I've never just seen her like that before. So it was very...
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know if Wezi should be wearing pantyhose in a music video. I know she's trying to show another side or something. Like, like I can do this too.
Yeah.
But it's like your music... It's like Mama Maureen Lilanda just was in pantyhose at some point. We'll be like, Queen.
I would like to see the context of the pantyhose.
I don't know if she had pantyhose, by the way. I'm just saying. She just, because I was like on radio and then the video was playing. So I was catching glimpses of it. You know what I mean? You're a bit distracted when you're, I'm working and then, there's that there. So
you saw that and you were like, damn.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, okay. And music videos, they show like 1 second of a thing. It moves to another thing. It goes back and it's like, oh, okay. I don't know if it's out on YouTube yet. I think it's because it's still showing on Trace Africa. Yeah. So I think once it makes its way, let me see. Let me find out if it's on.
I mean, I mean, Cleo's doing the most right now.
Oh, it is. It is on YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if Cleo will allow us to play this shit. Man, I'd like you to watch this shit though. You know what I mean?
I mean, check it out. I mean, check the video out. You know what I mean? It's always nice, especially to see that to see our artists now putting songs on YouTube. Yeah. And then the songs getting a whole bunch of views, Yeah. Like it's important as an artist for you to put your songs there and then they get a whole bunch of views and all of that. Yeah. So let's watch the videos. You might think it's not important to check out the video, especially on YouTube, but it's important, because it's like if you can head down to YouTube and see a Zambian artist with like 150,000 views. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It makes it easier for them to collaborate on the international scale because they can go out there and show their numbers. Yeah. I am playing the video right now. I just want to pause it when, Wezi and them come on so you could actually see what I'm talking about.
Cool.
There's some great visuals. Yeah. Even though I have a few reservations, like there's certain scenes that kind of threw me off a little bit, but overall it's not a bad video.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all right.
That's cool, man.
Let's see. Come on. Where's that scene? Come on. Yeah, so make sure you go to YouTube and check out this video.
Check it out.
It's got like almost 4,000 views right now.
Oh, already?
Dropped it 2 days ago.
Nice.
Should be more though. Should be more. Oh, there she is.
Found her?
I wonder, like, there's owls in this video. I'm trying to see was it a paying homage to our guy?
Is it a wow? It's a wow video.
There's wows in here.
It's a wow video.
All right, man. I'm gonna pause it when that part comes. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Big shout out to Sheffy, man. For me, I tweeted this and I said it's like, look, there's certain individuals, especially on an international platform like that, that you'd be like, yo, are they going to be able to hold it down? Yeah. But like with Sheffield 187, man, he got this.
Yeah, he's one of those people you can be confident about.
Yeah. You're 120% confident that he got this. So big shout out to the man. It has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, who was I talking to? I don't remember who I was having a conversation with, and was like, yo, the other person I was talking to actually said, it's like, yo, it looks like Sheffy has totally surpassed Marky 2 right now in terms of his celebrity and all of that. I'm like, yeah, you could say that. I think that is a fair statement to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So big shout out to the man. Big shout out.
Shout out to
do us proud. Can't wait to hear what comes out of that particular situation.
Oh yeah. I wonder who he'll collaborate with. You know, they better put him with another rapper so you can show him what he does. That'd be cool. You know what I mean?
Or Sauti Soul. I feel like Sauti Soul would be cool. But like Sauti Soul, I think I've seen like maybe three episodes where they have Sauti Soul.
Oh no, then they shouldn't come back. We've had it. There's more artists out here.
Because it's like they make great music.
They do, but
they
like
are super creative, bro.
We need to give everybody a chance.
Okay, we'll see. I mean,
still trying to see this. Where is it?
Chromez, did you actually see that?
I think I saw it,
Did you imagine it?
I think I didn't. I think it was real. There it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. You see that? You see that? So I think one of these is her. I think that's her in the middle. You see that? Yep, that was Wezi.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. Nice one. We like that.
Wezi, okay.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there she. Oh yeah, another shot. You can come see this. Yeah, there she is. You see that? So I wasn't dreaming about it. That's her. So yeah, make sure you check out the video.
You know we're gonna get judged for this.
Why are we gonna get judged for this?
It's like y'all just taking, I don't know,
what,
7-10 minutes just to look at Wezi in pantyhose. Well, she's not in pantyhose. Check out the video and see what she's in. But
those aren't pantyhose? Those are pantyhose.
They are pantyhose? I don't know.
What's
the definition of pantyhose?
Fucking pantyhose. We're fucking dudes. We don't know this shit. Stockings. That's what they are.
Chad, what were they called a long time ago? Anyway, I forget the name. But it is what it is. Check out the videos. Great visuals. Looks nice. Looks nice.
Yeah. Shout out to
Cleo.
She looking real nice in this too.
Yeah. With her pink hair and all of that. She's got pink hair now. Is it pink?
Pink hair?
Is it pink or red?
I'm seeing red hair in this video.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. She's mixing it up, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so check it out. Sheffy, I know he's in album mode after listening to that preseason freestyle. So expecting a whole lot coming from that side of things. So shout out to Chef 187. Yeah, keep flying this flag high.
Too much, man.
What else popped off this week?
First, it was the audio that we heard of Chishimba Kambwili, NDC consultant, versus Kampiongo.
Stephen Kampiongo.
Yeah. First, it was the audio that we heard. Chishimba Kambwili, Honorable Kambwili, actually called him and said that I know that you guys are planning to get me arrested.
Yeah.
I know you're in a meeting right now. Right now. You're with the IG and you're planning to get me arrested.
Yeah.
So you can't arrest me for meeting with people at my house and all of that. But I'm ready for you. Come and arrest me.
I'm ready to be arrested for treason. Don't say my instruction have me from State House to you, just only meeting normally. I know about it. You can come. You are with the IG and police officers planning to charge.
Don't be so cheap. Don't be so much of a coward if you don't know what you're doing.
No, just come and arrest me for treason. I'm ready for you.
I will teach you a lesson. If you start praying to my projects, those projects you are playing around with, you know how much they're important to our people.
Kampiongo, when you speak for the people, it's not playing with the project. You should not allow these investors, because they are doing projects for the police, to be treating our people. You are an MP just like me. And if people come to your home, as a member of parliament and complain to you as a member of parliament that we are being ill-treated, and you talk to them, it's not treason, Kampion.
No, listen.
And you cannot say, if you are playing with my projects, I'll teach you a lesson. You can't say that.
No, I'm telling you.
You can't say that.
Okay.
But then I've recorded you.
You can do whatever you want.
I have recorded you saying you teach me a lesson because I'm playing with your project. Thank you very much. Go ahead and bring your officers to come and arrest me for
you record, and I'm telling you that this foolishness of yours.
I have recorded you, and that's thank you very much. And
you are so childish.
So give them that instruction. They are already in your office, I know.
You are so childish.
Yeah, I'm childish. Give them. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm childish.
Sometimes I think it's like, who snitches? Like who snitches?
Yeah.
Imagine Steve Kambwili having a meeting with the IG and whoever else was in the room. So somebody got that information and told Honorable Kambwili.
Or told somebody that the man knows. I guess it's like, guys are, sharing information for money out here. I'm like, I'll give you this piece of information, give me some money. Or it could have been just somebody that he knew. So,
but like the crazy thing is, it's like, I know you're having a meeting right now.
Yeah. That's
crazy.
But I guess when the IG is moving, there's communication that goes around. Like, he's going to this joint to talk about this. So maybe that's how.
Yeah, but like, you think they're gonna share the information? Like, they're going to talk about the arresting of someone?
I don't know. I'm just assuming, man, because I'm just like, does Chishimba Kambwili really have that kind of juice? Like that? That's the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, shit, he's not like in the ruling party anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, or in an opposition that is like formidable, or let me not say formidable, but like
that's
one that has
actually.
A chance.
That's actually questionable because it's he's a very big deal in Luanshya.
Yeah, but how big is Luanshya, bro?
He's a big deal in Luanshya, and the fact that he's got money, you know what I mean? It gives him a lot of leverage, because when you talk about opposition right now, you are going to mention it, and then
like in terms of what? Like
in terms of politics, Zambian politics. Like
he's a factor, and he's a quote unquote loose cannon.
Yes.
Talks a lot of,
But the thing is, people have said, it's like, look, even when elections happen, the NDC could actually scoop a couple of seats, especially in the north.
Okay.
People have gotten into that, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's projections.
Yeah.
Chishimba Kambwili is a Bemba speaking man. Northern Province is a Bemba speaking joint. So it's a possibility.
It's a possibility, you know? So,
But it's like, would you agree that GBM is a bigger deal than Chishimba Kambwili?
Yeah, I think so.
So people over there in the northern province will choose Kambwili over GBM, even though GBM has more money.
I think
we assume he's got
GBM
more money.
is let's not run away from the fact that Zambian voting is also very tribal.
Yep.
And GBM is vice president in the UPND. The UPND head honcho is HH, who's from the southern province.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So people will look at that and they're like, should we, shouldn't we? Type situation. GBM is a factor. All right, he's a very big deal. But in terms of being the number one guy, people have a lot of reservation about that.
So would he be more effective if he was in like the PF right now as a vice or something?
I think so. I think so. But because that's why I say it's like Kambwili has a better chance in the north than HH in the UPND has in the north.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's still very tribal, like you said. Like people,
yes, the voting patterns are very tribal in this country.
Yeah, yeah. No amount of Bemba that HH can speak can ever change that.
Yeah,
and Bembas and Tongas have a very weird relationship. I feel like it's very judgy. Like, oh, you're thieves. You're like greedy people type shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes these like cousinship type jabs, sometimes they're like really personal. But you see what's crazy, I don't like this whole, just to get a bit into like these cultural identifications or shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like Tongas will say Lozzies are way more greedier than they are. That's something that I've heard a lot. Like,
because they're tribal cousins. they have that thing going on.
It's like a Lozzie man will be hungry and he won't, buy anything because there's people around him. It's like, fuck you niggas, we're all gonna starve.
It's crazy.
And it's like, you know what? Not to even play these tribal games, but I've had Lozzie friends who were kind of weird, man. It's like we're out and you're just the guy that never buys drinks, bro.
He never buys drinks.
You never buy drinks. But when you're with like babes, like, women and stuff, like, you're the one who's trying to, show off and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I don't know. I guess people are different. It's just maybe it's just a personality thing. But you know how it is. Like if you're Lozzie and you behave that way, it'll be attributed to you being of that tribe.
Exactly.
Even though it might just be you being who you are.
I've heard this before, and the whole thing. And sometimes, like we say, it's like we say it jokingly. Mm-hmm. But there are people who actually really believe it's like, oh, but Tonga and Wakaso.
Yeah.
Tongas are greedy and all of that. And then there was referred to, to HH. It's like, no, that man, can you believe he's paying people this much? And I'm like, it's sort of like because he's rich, you expect him to just be giving out and dishing out money.
He wouldn't be rich if he did that.
Yeah, And I'm like, because that has been used before. It's like, no, I can't. I know someone who knows someone who works for him, and what they pay, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So I can't vote for him based on that because he's a greedy man. I was like, you don't know him personally, so you're going off information that you heard from somebody who heard as well. It's crazy. So to my little things, to my little jabs, stem off into something bigger, and people actually vote a certain way. Because no, he's greedy. I heard that he's greedy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
It's crazy out here, man.
Yeah,
but back to this whole situation. Chishimba Kambwili has been granted 30,000 kwacha bail
because he was arrested, or he was taken in for questioning or whatever.
So for unlawful assembly,
yes,
he was meeting with Zafiko workers.
Yes,
so. We're talking about how this unlawful assembly law is very vague, and it's like a bunch of other laws that we have here that are very. It's like
what constitutes unlawful assembly,
or like conduct likely to breach peace or something. Like it's like conduct likely, that likely. That is such a vague, and it's there, and it's law, like it's right there. It's like if a cop feels like
you are likely,
you're likely to do something, or you're displaying,
it's kind of
a behavior that will lead to some shit. They could arrest you.
Yeah,
it's like some of the laws, like we need to tighten them up. Like we need to say, hey, your actions were directly gonna cause this shit.
Exactly.
So we had to stop you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like these are the facts.
Yeah.
But it's likely.
It's likely. So it's the police officer or whatever arm of government that is going to determine. It's like we feel like you're likely to do this. So we're gonna arrest you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like the term that's going around in the United States, especially when it comes to this cop killings. It's like, cops killing, mostly black people, people of color. It's the, I was in fear of my life as a police officer, so I used deadly force.
That's so also like, a fucked up law.
So what determines, so if you get freaked out, you have the right to shoot someone because
it's like I felt threatened, so that's why I acted the way I did.
I feared for my life, so I shot him. It's like, he reached into his jacket. I feared for my life, so I shot him, but he was actually reaching for a wallet.
Yeah, that's how these cops are able to walk away scot-free.
That's the thing, and it's kind of like the same thing. It's just like, we have the right of assembly. That's a right.
Yeah.
So when you have a situation like where Zafiko workers go see him at his house, he should have said no, go away. Or what, they should have gotten a permit to go see him about something they are not happy with. It's very weird.
I guess, with this, they could charge him with a lot. They could say this could be, you could actually have been the one that incited them to riot the last time, to demonstrate.
They pinned that on Edge though.
They could say he was an accomplice, and there's a picture of him you remember that picture of him, HH and other people, and people were making memes out of that shit. Yeah. They could say like, oh, you're homies, y'all talked, and this is proof that you are also connected to this. So it's like, because of how shaky the laws are, they could like weave this all together and make a case.
You see, for me, that's where you have a situation where, or the question arises in my head, where when we talk about democracy, are we really a democratic country? You know what I mean? Like, are we really, at the core of it, are we really a democratic country? Because people were saying all of this. It's like, even when I checked out social media and all of that, and because I think there was like a whole bunch of cops. There was a police escort just to go pick him up and all of that. And I'm like, people were like, yo, why do you need all of these people to bring in one person? 5 police officers would have been able to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you think is going to happen? You think his supporters are going to... I don't know. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
I think that might have been the thing. It's like, gadas. Like, they could be unruly. Unless the NDC don't have gadas.
Yeah, but like the thing is, it's like they picked him up from here, took him to Luansha.
Interesting.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, it's like there's 4 or 5 cars, all of which had to have fuel. You know what I mean? Yeah. All of which, like, if police officers had to be paid and all of that.
Yeah.
But
I guess, they had to anticipate something. He could have been like, yo, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I need people around me. So he could have told his gadas to be around, and they could have been unruly. And that could have turned into like an ugly situation. So I'm just being devil's advocate here, because I don't think people are just making dumb decisions like, yo, take a bunch of cops and shit to just get one man. Like,
I think they are making dumb decisions though. I think they are. Because look, there's certain situations where, because he knew that they were gonna come get him. Yeah. So it's like, you're gonna make a scene for what? For who? We've seen Chishimba Kambwili kind of, mingle with the law. Last time he fainted, passed out, belly was out and everything.
Yo, that was just disturbing, bro. Like, I haven't been able to get those images out of my head, bro. Like, cover your shit up, man. Shit.
He fainted. What do you expect?
Nah, bro. I don't think people faint like that.
Man's fainted.
What happened?
The thing is,
he ate too much. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Nobody's believing that he actually fainted.
My thing is
that's always horrible. Maybe.
Maybe. My thing is, for me, certain things that are said, or done by these opposition political leaders, and then they get arrested, and I'm like, it's really not that serious. Like, HH being, do we really think that HH incited people to riot? It's crazy. Do we really think that it's like it's unlawful assembly because Zafiko employees went to see, Chishimba Kambwili? And I'm like, do we really need to get into this? Because all of those are resources. Yeah. If you're gonna start, legal proceedings against someone, there's a lawyer who's getting paid. Yeah. The state is going after someone, and there's resources that's pumped into that. You know what I mean?
True, yeah. For you to keep somebody in a cell, like that's those are expenses. But that's the thing, like, that as long as the law of unlawful assembly exists, they'll keep on getting people like that. Because remember, there was that other case where there was like church members who sat down to talk about the economy or something like that, and they got arrested. Yeah, they got picked up. It's like, unlawful assembly. That law is there for a reason, to make sure that people ain't planning, little, uprisings or some shit.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing, because it's like,
but when you misuse a law, like, that's when it gets crazy.
Because we've said this before. It's like, there's certain laws that were created, way back in 19 Chakuti. Yeah. When the white people were actually still using this constitution and all of that. So it's like they had, keep in mind, after that it was a one-party state. It was just KK.
Yeah,
it was a dictatorship, basically.
Yeah,
you know. So he obviously didn't want people doing, you know, protesting and all of these different things. So he kept some of those things because it's like they suited him. Yeah, he was in power for 27 years, for goodness sake.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and that's how he managed to stay there. And because a lot of people tried, they were making plans. Yeah, there were stories of people making plans.
There were coups that happened. Yeah, all of that.
And that's the thing. Like for, I guess in situations where when you hear that people are planning a coup, that's where unlawful assembly is. You know, that's where it's necessitated, because then you can break down doors and be like, oh, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you planning? Let's see the the minutes of this meeting type shit, you know what I mean? So, but in other cases, it's just like, I think you are using this law, you know, quite the wrong way. Yeah,
you're abusing it, basically.
So there you go.
That's crazy.
We'll watch the situation. Let's see where it goes. But you know, it's like the situation with HH. We did talk about it last time. It's like him getting caught, you know, because of that whole convoy situation,
charged with treason.
Yeah. So once you're a convicted felon, you can't run to be president.
Yeah.
So this, if Chishimba Kambwili gets, you know, convicted of this, if it goes further than where it is at now, then he can never be able to, you know, run for office or be in public office or anything like that.
Yeah.
That eliminates him completely out of the game.
Yeah.
You can't even be a consultant. It's done.
It's over.
Yeah. So I'm sure he knows that, so he's gonna try his best. He's got like 5 lawyers on this case.
Got 5 lawyers.
Yeah,
5 lawyers.
5 lawyers. Just
and that's the thing for me. It's unless you think you are definitely going to get a win, get a conviction. It's like, why even start legal proceedings? You know what I mean? For me, sometimes I feel that way, because it's like HH's treason case. You know, man's was in prison for a while.
Yeah,
you know, and at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, there was really no case here. So all of that money, all of those resources, gone.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy out here, crazy. Man. So yeah, we'll be following this closely. Speaking of all these politics and stuff, our guy RB. $5 million house.
Yeah.
5 million kwacha.
Yeah.
Was it 5 million kwacha or $5 million? Well, actually, the funny thing with this case was, let me remember the facts of this case. It's like, they had come out to say that the house cost 5 million kwacha, right? That was the first story, I believe, that came out.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, the Maikosata tollgate story was out. It's like, oh, this is going to cost, what, $4.5 million? So, no. They said it was $5 million.
$5 million, yes.
So they were like, how is it that a tollgate is going to cost
this? Yeah.
Yeah. Some shit like that. It was like some funny figures. And then they came back and said the house actually cost $2.5 million. Or not the earlier stated amount.
Yeah.
So it's just people throwing around figures to, you know, just basically save face.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
It's crazy.
People are just throwing around figures. It's like, wait a minute, how did it cost 5 million? Then, you know, $5 million, then 5 million kwacha, then 2.5. Like, you know, which one is it? It doesn't help that, you know, Drake just, you know, you saw that house of his?
No.
He's got like a mansion. I think it's like worth, I think he was building it for like $5 million or some shit like that.
There you go.
And it is crazy.
Yeah. Because $5 million is a lot of money wherever you go.
Yeah. It's massive.
You know, when this whole story came out,
I try to find that story actually.
I actually sat down and I thought to myself, I was like, wait a minute, who decided for us to be doing this?
Do what?
Start building houses, giving these people houses. Former presidents.
When did this law pass?
Because
some years back.
The weird thing for me is, number one, think about it. If you are a CEO of, I don't know, the biggest company out there, All right, let me say hypothetically. Let me say if you're the CEO, Madison.
Yeah.
Right. They don't build your house.
Yeah.
They don't build your house. They pay you enough for you to build your own house. You are in that position for however long.
Yeah.
And they give you enough money for you to build your own house.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And you're a CEO. So you're working to make the company better, make a profit and all of that crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
But in politics, you're the number one person in the whole country. And it's different from a CEO because you're not doing that for profit. You're serving.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be serving if you're president. It's a service that you're providing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you do get paid still. And the allowances you get are crazy.
Yeah.
You don't pay for jack.
Straight.
If you're there 10 years, you would never, ever, ever pay for anything. You understand what I'm saying? So we're doing all of that for you. You could afford to build your own house. So why are we giving people mansions? Like, I don't get it. Like, why? You don't do that with CEOs. You don't do that with managing directors because it's like, look, we're paying you enough. You can build your own house.
You can do your own thing.
You're telling me that EL, this amount of time he's been in office, he can't build himself a beautiful house?
Definitely.
Why does it have to fall back on us to pay them?
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's still as a former president, I'm assuming you're still entitled to a certain allowance. You know what I mean? It's not like it just goes like, oh, thank you very much, cheers, peace.
I think it should be that way.
Yeah.
We can. Why should we keep on paying you?
Yeah. So I really started thinking about this. Like, why do we pay this? Why do we give them a house? You were serving us, your people. You were getting paid for it very, very well. Yeah. You were not paying for shit. And then we have to give you a mansion as well?
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling to me.
True.
Because in the United States, you would never have a situation like this. You know, you have people who are given money. It's like, oh, this is for you. And they're like, oh, cool, thank you. Yeah. Give it to a charity. True. You know? True. So I'm like, why is the Zambian taxpayer giving you a house? I don't get it.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's like in the States, you know, the presidents don't even get their salary. They donate it. Yeah. Most of them.
They donate it. Like,
because you're trying to, your image is, I'm here to serve you. I'm not here for the money. Yeah. So that's that. So the facts of the case, just to give it here. 5 million kwacha was the first figure that people put out and said, this is how much the house is going to cost. Yeah. But then the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Housing and Infrastructure Development came out to say it's actually $2.5 million. Okay. So it's not 5 million kwacha.
It's $2.5 million.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a lot of money.
It's crazy money, bro.
That is a lot of money.
Crazy money.
And even we know, like, RB has got a lot of money.
He does.
He does.
He already has a house.
He personally funded, you know, that fracas that went on in the MMD. You know, where Felix, you know, when Nervous Mumbo was the president and then Felix Mtati became the president, he funded the whole convention. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, does he really need the house? Does he need Zambia to build him a house?
Nah, it doesn't.
I'm like, he doesn't.
It's just a waste of money, man, to be honest.
It's crazy because somebody we were having a conversation with, I forget, it's like, even EL. Yeah. All right? This is a hypothetical situation. It's like EL serves the country, whatever. He's there, I don't know, 10 years or whatever, you know. After that, you know, he leaves after 10 years. His great record, you know, good president for Zambia. Do you sincerely think if he had a business and he was running a business, he would be unable to make money to to build whatever. You know what I mean? Like there is no person who is not going to open a door to him if he had a business.
True. Yeah. You know, when you get to the highest point in the country, like it's easier for you to have access to certain things.
100%.
Funds is just, you know,
easy.
So it's super easy. You know, man. You make a lot of friends when you're up there.
Too many.
So, you know, you're friends with all the billionaires in the country. So
inside the country and out of the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I don't get it.
So did you see the Chinese dude who was taking a shit?
Yeah, I did.
This goes back to the conversation we're having about the people, the Chinese nationals that come to this country. It's like there's conversations being had. It's like people don't give a fuck that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get in no fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And that's that. So we haven't seen any arrest made because this dude was literally taking a shit in a drainage system.
Ready to talk some shit?
I feel like that's what we should have said. Appropriate. Yeah. Chinese dude took a shit in the road. This is like broad daylight, and this dude is taking a shit. He wipes his ass and he walks off.
That is absolutely disgusting.
Super disgusting. So I was just like, yo, like, because you see, here's the thing. Like for me, I like to think of it like when something happens, just try to get into his mind and just put yourself in the guy's shoes. It's like if you were to go to China, you're gonna take a shit in the side of the road.
Really?
Even if you're a white man.
Yeah.
And I know they love white people over there a lot. Like, there's no way.
There's no way
you could take a shit and get away with it. Like not even that far. Like just go to Namibia. Like it's just as like a human being when you're not in your country, you just behave a certain way. You move a certain way because
it's not your country.
It's not your territory. You know, just how comfortable do you have to be? I can't even take a shit in my own country in the side of the road.
No.
Like it's just, I wouldn't be comfortable at all. But this dude just, he had a bad batch of noodles or like dipped his dumplings in the wrong soy sauce or some shit. I don't know what the fuck happened. This dude takes a shit and he walks off. I'm just, what the fuck? And this is a time where we're in the rainy season now.
Yeah.
So that shit is gonna go everywhere.
We're gonna have Chinese cholera now.
Wow. That's kind of racist.
I don't. What do you mean?
What the fuck is Chinese cholera, bro? Yo, Fanatik is low key racist, man. I'm telling you, this motherfucker racist. You're gonna have Chinese cholera. Like, what the fuck is that? I'm just saying,
it's like a different strand of cholera. It's possible. There's different flu strands out there. Maybe it's different strand of cholera. It's very, very possible for that to happen. I'm just saying. All choleras are not the same. I'm sure. No, but like, yo, that's absolutely 120% disgusting. Yeah. All right? I have said this before. It's like, who is hyping these niggas up at the border before the fly in or drive in, before they get into this country? Who is hyping these niggas up? Yeah. You know what I mean? Who's telling them it's like you can just do your own shit? You know?
Yeah.
Who's the individual? Because it's like you cannot be this comfortable. And look, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, you know, well, not kind of like the same thing. It's a little bit different. But with the case of Indians, all right?
Yeah.
Indian brothers and sisters and whatever. The crazy thing about Indians is like they do come here, but like we've had Indians who've grown up here.
Yeah.
Generations, you know, of Indians from back 1964 and all of that, you know. But when it came down to, if you even remember the time, you know, Michael Sata was like, oh no, you know, these Indians, all of those. He was talking a bit reckless about Indians. There was even fears that he would, you know, go the Idi Amin route and just, you know, chase Indians. Zambians would take over Indian shops and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, there was a point when you would, you know, went into like just before the elections when there was a very big hype about Michael Sata might be the next president.
Yeah.
Like you'd go into some Indian stores and they were not buying products again because they were fearing like, oh, we could be sent back.
Yeah, we might be
deported.
Yeah,
you understand? And these are people who've been in the country a long time, and Indians do certain crazy things.
Yeah,
but it's not as disrespectful as these guys, because these guys are walking around like they own the place.
Yeah, you taking a shit in the road?
Like,
God
seriously,
damn, bro. I know there's some people making the argument. It's like, if you don't, keep your place clean, somebody could take a shit like that. I mean, that's a factor, right? But I don't think that's a strong enough argument. Like, as a human being, not to do certain things. Like, what kind of house did you grow up in where you can squat and loosen your sphincter muscles, let the shit flow?
It's a totally different thing. It's like if you have cholera.
Yeah.
If you have Chinese cholera.
You know what I mean?
And then, when you gotta go. It's either that or you soil your pants.
Now, fam, I think your brain functions a certain way. I think we've all had diarrhea. Like, I don't think your bowels just let loose. Like, your brain would communicate to your sphincters and be like, homie, this ain't the time. I know you really want to go.
You gotta go.
But shit, you can't go right now. Chill. And then, your sphincters will give you like maybe 30 seconds or a minute or 5 minutes to find a joint. Because your brain and your ass are communicating.
Yeah.
You telling me this guy couldn't just hold that shit and go somewhere? Fuck.
It's crazy, man. Because I remember this.
Broad daylight. This is
broad
not
daylight,
in the night or anything.
Because I remember there was a friend of mine who told me a story, this whole diarrhea story. It's like, he told me, it's like, yo, there's a time. I think it was one of those stories where we're telling each other like gross stories about diarrhea and how bad, one guy was like, yo, bro, it was rainy season, had diarrhea, and I just went into some corn, some maize. It was high and everything, and I went there, and that's where I did my thing. You know what I mean? So this dude says that he went to, like, he was
so he didn't wipe
sick.
his ass.
He didn't wipe his ass. Crazy, like sick, had diarrhea, and then the only place he could find a toilet was a basic school. So dude goes to a basic school, rushes into the toilet, takes a crap, and then he's relieved.
Yeah.
And then he realizes, shit, I don't have any toilet paper.
Yeah.
So he looks around.
He grabbed the kid and wiped himself with the kid.
Nope. Like, checks his pockets, and he was like, the only thing he had on him, this is back in the day, keep in mind, was a 50 kwacha.
So he wiped his ass.
So he wiped his ass with the 50 kwacha.
Was 50 kwacha a big thing?
No, it wasn't.
Was it the green one?
No, it wasn't. The green one was the 20 kwacha. It was pinkish. And then the 50 kwacha was pinkish.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wiped his ass with the.
So why were you trading diarrhea stories, bro? That's crazy.
I don't remember. I did not.
That's some fucked up shit, man. You're talking about some diarrhea shit. God damn,
it's crazy, man. But yeah, I mean,
Fanatik and his old friends, y'all were just some nasty motherfuckers.
This goes down to, like, look, there's certain things that you don't do. All right, especially if you're running around talking about, let's keep Zambia clean and green and whatever, and all of that. That Chinese dude would not be able to do that in freaking China.
No, I can't.
You know what I mean? He'd be arrested for doing that rubbish.
And I don't know why there hasn't been an arrest made. Like, you can see his face.
Yeah, you can clearly see his face. But anyway, they kind of all look alike, so I think that would be really difficult.
You're just being racist today. You're a racist fanatic. Shit. And you be pissed off when white people can't tell us apart. God damn.
It is what it is, man. But like, that's a disgusting story, man. This Chinese, something needs to happen.
Like what?
Something needs to happen.
What you gonna do? They're here. They're the brethren now. Yeah. They are brothers and sisters. That's where we're at right now. And then there was, Zambia crashed out of the AFCON.
Yes.
And
Zambia
then
is trash.
Yeah, you said that in the last podcast. So our coach Sven Vandebroek, basically, he's trying to, stay to make the team stronger. And then he went on to say, Zambia, he said, everyone wants to believe that Zambia is a big footballing country. The reality is that it has only won the Africa Cup once from the time it first entered from the competition shortly after gaining independence in 1964. So imagine the backlash that came after he said that shit.
But it's true though.
Fuck you. We've been to the finals so many times, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, he talked. Like, people would talk shit.
Like, how many times have we been to the finals?
Oh,
I mean, 1994 we went to the finals. We were beaten by Nigeria 2-1. I remember that. Elijah Litana scored.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember
we scored
it like
first. I remember that brilliant header. You know.
I think we went to the Africa Cup finals
68. Did we get to the finals 68? I don't know. I don't remember. But like, yeah.
But I think like
70. I don't know. I'm not sure.
We've probably been there like about three times,
including the one we won it.
Yeah, including no,
yeah,
including that one too.
Before that, it should be just twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn,
for real.
Shit.
Yeah. So even the time we had like a really strong national team. Well, after the Gabon disaster, you know, like we built like from scratch and whatever. You know, we had the Bobby Malitolis, the Elijah Litanas. When that was a crazy ass strong team. Yeah. You know, when that happened, or when you know, after that, I think we had a really strong team at that particular point. We got to the finals. We got to the finals, beaten by Nigeria. But it's really from that particular point, we've never really had like a crazy ass strong team.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because even with that team, what would happen is mostly we'd get whooped by our friends from the north. Like we've always had problems with Tunisia, Morocco,
Algeria,
Egypt, Algeria. Like,
yeah, but they feel us. They feel us though.
Yeah.
Like they don't beat us by crazy margins. Yeah, they beat other.
Like we played Brazil. It's like Zambia has got no problem playing well. Let's not. It's like we do play well.
Yeah, we do.
We even do that to my 1-2 touches. But end of the day, we lose.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing. We lose. We've never had like.
I feel like our midfield is like we have a strong midfield. Like we've maintained. Like midfield is like our shit. Yeah. But defense and attacking, we've always had a problem there. Always. You know what I mean? It's just been issues. Our midfield, like, we got it on lock.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna pull a Kalusha Bole out your ass. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, goal scorer, supreme. Who else? Mbesuma?
Mbesuma was a poacher.
Yeah.
Mayuka. No. The only problem with Mayuka is
he was selfish.
That, and he couldn't dribble. So you try to dribble and they get the ball from him. Yeah, like he's the type of player who needs to be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
He won't fuck up when the goal's right there. It's, you know, he's in the perfect position. He will score that shit.
That's the thing. But like, who else?
Who else can we throw in there?
Think about it. We're thinking about it this hard. It shouldn't be this hard.
Damn.
Zambia is kind of like South Africa. Kind of
like their names floating in my head right now, but I'm just like, because even Mayuka, I know I said that, but it's like, I was thinking about him. I mean, he was a goal poacher, but you know, like I described his game, and it's not like that's why he couldn't make it at Southampton, because he couldn't, you know, he couldn't create chances for himself. He needs somebody to do that for him.
We don't have Hossam Hassan.
Oh yeah,
if y'all remember that.
Yeah.
You don't have freaking Didier Drogba.
You don't have a Drogba. You don't have a what's this guy that plays for Chelsea?
Somebody who you know. It's like, look, just put him in the 19. It's a goal.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sven, he's right.
People mad at him, man.
No, he's right. He's
trashing him.
He's
like
120% correct.
Yeah.
We need to get our heads out of asses.
That's true.
Point blank, period.
And that's why I was saying we needed to keep this guy, because he recognizes shit like this, you know what I mean? And he's just giving us the game the way it is. It's like, yo, like, y'all ain't a great nation.
No, you're not. We're not.
I mean, we're good footballing nation. Like, we're recognized on the African continent.
Yes,
like,
we
Zambians play good football.
Yes, we are.
You know, like, even our local league is one of the probably the second most watched on the African continent after the PSL. I think somebody from Supersport told me something like that. It's like, yeah, people like our like local league is on demand. Like that's why they're showing more games and stuff like that. And as time goes by, they'll still show more games from here, because our brand of football is very unique from that of other nations on the continent. You know, so we're good footballing country.
So maybe it's kind of like it's kind of like you have the raw materials, but you need to create something. It's like the raw materials is there, but like when it comes for you to make something, you don't do it. You have great raw material. Yeah, it's like now build a chair and then you fuck that shit up. You know, but like the materials, everything is on point. It's like, oh, this is, you know, whatever type of wood, mukwa, or whatever it is. But like the meshing, the chemistry, and making the team dope, we don't have that.
We need to start identifying talent as young as 6-7 years old and build it. You know, like this is going to be the next, you know, Mbesuma. You know what I mean? Our next goal poacher who's gonna be doing this shit. That the next one. This is the next Kalaba. This is the next Fashion Sakala. Like, you know.
I mean, you had people you know, you have people like Ryan Giggs, who started playing, I think, for Manchester United since they were 3. Yeah, he's only played for United. You know what I mean? Like all his life. Yeah, you know. So it's things like that, and then hey, Sven is right. I'm with him 120%. Yeah, we're not that great. we need to recognize that it's a hard truth, but like, yo, you're not that dope, Zambia. Yeah, you know, you're not. You can't. You've never even been to the World Cup.
Ish, that's a harsh one.
You know, Cameroon has been to the World Cup a whole bunch of times. Nigeria has been to the World Cup a whole bunch of times. Senegal, these North African countries qualify for that shit. I don't know how many times. You know,
and now they're gonna up it from 4 to 8 countries in Africa. We gotta at least make that. Like, come on,
how are you gonna make it? You can't even qualify to the Africa Cup.
Oh man,
guys.
You know, the thing is, I believe in my peoples, man. Like, you know, we almost made it, man. And then, you know, fucking Nigeria, Iwobi, just came and fucked shit up. Yeah, man. Like, fucking shit.
That's what good teams do. They fuck shit up.
Oh, man, I was so fucking heartbroken, man.
Yeah, so we had 2 times, bro. Like, we haven't been to the Africa Cup.
That's crazy.
Twice.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
That's why it's like, I laughed at people when we didn't qualify to the Africa Cup. Kalusha Wale came through, got us to the Africa Cup, basically did it by himself. Yeah. And then we got mad at him because he missed a penalty. It's like, yo, you guys didn't even go to the Africa Cup. I get you to the Africa Cup single-handedly.
Yeah, man. Ish,
I was the coach player.
The last minute, bro.
Coach player.
He scored that shit. That was nuts, bro.
Where you're like, Ewa, do this. It's like, stupid idiots. You're not doing it. I'll do it myself. Boom.
Laces up his boots and get into that shit.
Yeah.
that was nuts, man. Bro. That was nuts. Shout out to him.
Give Kalusha Wale his respect, man.
Yeah.
You know,
put some respect on.
But like, maybe what we need to do is just look. Take everything with a pinch of salt. If we're not winning, we're not winning. But keep one coach. All right, let him understand the chemistry. Let him understand the local league. Let him see these players and all of that. Let him create his own formula, basically, so that he can get us winning. Simple, you know. Yeah. I mean, look, this guy. Before this, he was coaching Cameroon. You know, so he should know what he's doing. Yeah, you know what I mean.
He does.
He should know what he's doing. So like, just give him some time. You're gonna lose. It is what it is. You know.
Yeah,
just give him time.
Take it with a pinch of salt. You don't always win, and that's the thing. Like when you get a new coach, you know, it's a fact. Like it's either you will be like right off the bat, you be the best team, or it'll be bad, or you be you can't have it both. It's just never like that. You know, it's either it's really bad or it's really good. So, true. You know, it's great to start a little bit. You know, warm up the engine, and as time goes by, you know, we could get somewhere. So,
hopefully.
All right, man.
All right.
Are we done?
I think so.
All right, man. Subscribe to the podcast.
Please do.
You know, you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Where else can you find us? SoundCloud, YouTube, and anywhere else where you get your podcast. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, just go ahead, subscribe, and listen. And remember that you can drop us some reviews. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, drop a review if you're on Apple Music. If you're listening on Stitcher, do that, you know. And then also follow our social media handles. The podcast, we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there we go. Episode 12. December. It's December never sober. That's always been the
motto.
The motto. Yeah. From people like Cree J and them. That nigga tweeted me a bunch of like alcohol on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
He had like cases of fucking alcohol. It's like, yo, really? Come get this shit.
For real?
Yeah, dude. We need to call Cree J right now.
Right. Yo, we're calling him after the podcast.